Good morning, Vânia. Thank you very much for being in the Mobile World Congress. You've been many years in the aging department of WHO, World Health Organization, and you've been leading different campaigns about aging population. So tell us, what's all that about the aging editism, what we call it in English? Explain us about that.
Yes, indeed. I was leading the global campaign to combat ageism of the World Health Organization, which basically aims to change the way we think, feel, and act towards age and aging. Ageism is basically how we think, feel, and act towards others or towards ourselves on the basis of age. So basically it includes three dimensions: stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination, and it's very present in society. We know today that 1 in 2 people are ageist against older people, and there are also very high rates of ageism against younger populations. And it's present in many different sectors of society, including technology, which is one of the reasons why I'm also here today.
Yeah, actually a paradox, no? Technology sometimes could really put these older people aside, and we have to do, on the contrary, to use the technology to help them to be in the main, no? We're talking about sustainability. This is the public Planet Health podcast. Later tomorrow, we will talk in Digital Health Society about how these things affect more than ever older population. In summer, no, they get more dehydrated, they're isolated, they're alone. How we can really use technology to really make awareness of all that?
I mean, technology is a tool at our disposal. The problem today is that first, older populations are generally not involved in design processes. And when people who are designing new technologies do think about older people, they come with preconceived ideas about what older people need and want, which means that there's a disconnect between the products that are being developed and what the end user actually wants. What do older people want? And there's that connection that needs to be made. I think older populations, in their diversity, because they're very diverse, need to be included in the entire process of development of technology. So from the very conceptualization to the design to the testing, and then see what the needs are, right? And what the preferences of older populations are. I think there are multiple uses of technology in health. There are also multiple uses in technology in how we design cities so that they're better places for us to grow older. And in many other spheres of life, like for example, how to stay connected, which is something that we have seen very clearly during the COVID-19 pandemic. So again, there are as many uses, I guess, as there are uses for technology generally. The problem now is that we're not engaging older people in those design processes.
We don't see in these booths, no, older people showing use cases for them or collaborating, co-participating, co-creating. We should tell the Mobile World Congress maybe next year to do it, no?
Ideally, there should be a focus on older populations. We see everywhere that it's a focus on specific, on other possible population groups, but I would love to see more of a focus on older populations. There is a lot of innovation happening and being driven by older people. We should keep thinking that startups, I mean, the vast majority of startups are run by people who are older, even though there's this idea that we have in mind that a startup is something that generally people do in younger age, but it's actually not the case. We have data to show that. So again, yes, this would be a perfect to bring more older people so that they're part of the conversation.
Thank you very much, Vânia. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.